So we had completed one chapter earlier, that is chapter 20, chapter 7, Canto 1. And the last verse that we did was where Ashwatthama, his lock of hairs have been removed, and the crown jewel which he was wearing has been removed from his body. And then he is supposed to proceed in the world. He loses the charm of being a Brahmana, whereas the knowledge which he had accumulated over a period of time, plus the knowledge which he had got from his father, all that knowledge by itself becomes enveloped in ignorance. And now his job is to go out in the world and search for meaning in life and search for answers. That is basically what he has to do. This is a part of a punishment which comes about, though the punishment was that his head should have been chopped off, as suggested by Sri Krishna and Bhima. Though they had suggested this, but Arjuna and the entire Pandavas plus everybody over there is of the opinion that he is a Brahmana's son, he should not be killed, which is a bigger sin. It is called Brahmana Hatya, where anybody who does that goes to the Kumbhapika, which is the worst of the hells. This is what the mention is. So they leave him, they let him go with these two things removed from his body. So this is where we had ended the last chapter. So today we are going to continue with a new chapter. We are doing Srimad Bhagavatam chapter 8 from Canto 1. This chapter's title is Prayer by Queen Kunti, and Parikshit is saved. So let us begin. Verse 1. Sutta Goswami said, "Thereafter the Pandavas, desiring to deliver water to the dead relatives who had desired it, went to the Ganga with Draupadi. The ladies walked in front." Verse 2. "Having lamented over them and sufficiently offered Ganga water, they bathed in the Ganga, whose water is sanctified due to being mixed with the dust of the lotus feet of the Lord." Verse 3, there sat the king of the Kurus, Maharaj Yudhishthir, along with his younger brother and Dhritarashtra, Gandhari, Kunti, and Draupadi, all overwhelmed with grief. Lord Krishna was also there. Verse 4 says, citing the stringent law of the Almighty and their reactions upon living beings, Lord Sri Krishna and the Munis began to pacify those who were shocked and affected. So, now that Ashwatthama is gone, the war is nearly over. After the war is over, there are lots of dead bodies over there. As you know, in our material world also, the dead bodies are then collected and then they are consigned to the flames if they are Hindus, and otherwise they are sent to in coffins. I'm sure you have seen that. In the traditional sense, this is what you are supposed to do. Now, why is it that all these kind of activities which are suggested over here are done? One is the Ganga water. The spraying of the Ganga water has to be done. If you have ever gone for a funeral, you must have definitely seen that. They carry one small pot, and the pot is having a small hole in it. Have you noticed it? I mean, those who are Hindus, they might have seen this. And they go around the fire, the burning wood that is there, on which the body is kept. And this water is then supposed to drop by drop round that body. It is said that the soul has to be released from the body. It is like possession. The body is possessed by that spirit soul. The Jivatma possesses the body. Now, let us look at it from this perspective. In the material world, we all possess things. Now, let us say you have a property, and the property is sold by you. Now you have collected the money and you have done everything that is there required by you. But what exactly happens after you sell your property? Your heart is still in that place. You may say, I grew up over here. This property belongs to me. Even though I have collected money for this, but the property is mine. I own it. The ownership is very difficult to give away. Isn't it the same with money, relationships, and everything else also in the world? Try to take away a toy from a child. If the child has a toy and you tell the child, give this toy to somebody else, the child will give, but still he will have the possession of that toy. Exactly how human beings are. We all love to have possessions of the things that we own. So body is one of the biggest ownerships that we have. This body of ours doesn't belong to us. It belongs to Prakriti. Prakriti is the mother nature. Remember, after you are dead, what do you do with the body? You don't carry the body to the heaven. What do you do with it? You have to consign it to the flames. You have to consign it to the ground. It has to go back into the earth. Isn't that what you do? So basically, you have to return the property back. It is not yours. It is only a rented property. You have taken it on rent from Prakriti. So you cannot take ownership of that thing and say that that is mine. And the reason why this happens is human beings, they start believing that they are the eternal owners of that thing. Alright? It's like your ancient people, maybe your forefathers, grandfather, great-grandfather or somebody was the owner of some land. Okay? Many years later, you still say, oh, I went to this place, that place has changed so much. It has become like a mess. It has become garbage city instead of a garden city. Do you say these words? It is your ownership which you are talking about. Why do you think you own that place? Similarly, in this material world also, everybody thinks that they own something or the other. Like say for example, Bharatvarsh. Now Bharatvarsh, before the Bharatas and before anybody came into the picture, whom was it owned by? Who owned it? Dinosaurs? Huh? Or somebody else? So you can't say that this is mine. Just because you are born over there and just because somebody has given it to you, it doesn't mean anything. We start taking ownership of things which we don't even have. Yesterday I was having a cup of tea somewhere outside. Behind that there is a property. And there was a raid going on. People were raiding it. So I don't know which department was raiding it. So I asked the person over there, what is happening over here? So he says the government has raided the property. Why? Because the person who has built a very beautiful bungalow and everything inside is a massive place. Okay. It's a very, very big place. He has taken the land from somebody else. That is not his land. He has occupied the land. And he now considers it as his own. So the government is taking it back. If I were to say that all the land that is American has to be returned to the Red Indians, will you do that? Or Australia has to be returned to the Aborigines, will you do that? Or all India should be returned back to the dinosaurs and Tyrannosaurus and everybody, this whole world has to be returned back to them. Are you ready to accept it? Nobody wants to accept it because what? We think we own the place. So this ownership is a very dangerous thing. Human beings start owning the body. My father's property. What is your father's property? Just because your father has given birth to this body, your father and mother, do you think it is your own? Sorry boss, this is come from Prakriti. Prakriti is the owner of it. Okay? Material nature. The nature is the owner. Mother nature is the owner. You are just occupying it for the purpose and yes, government has to throw you out also. I will be standing next to it drinking a cup of tea. Alright, don't worry. I will keep on looking at it like Krishna does over there. See, Krishna is standing there and he is looking at everybody over there and he is saying, look at these idiots, they are crying. But he can't say those words. Understand one thing, he is a very smart person. He will not say those kind of words. On the contrary, he will say, yeah, what to do, your poor fellow died, what is to be done. Why? Because those people own that person. It's the same thing. So here there is Draupadi, she owns those 5 children. They all the Pandavas, they think that everybody who is dead from Pandava's side is their own. Got it? Dhritarashtra is also there. He is also crying. His wife is also crying, Gandhari. Okay? Now they are crying for their children. They are not crying for Pandava's children. Okay? Got the point or no? They are selfish people. You are not going to cry for the enemy. You are going to cry for your own people. If there is a war between 2 countries, now there is a war going on between Russia and the Ukraine. Okay, one country is not going to cry for the other country, and this country is not going to cry for that country. Nobody is going to do that. They are all hypocrites. Everybody. If India-Pakistan cricket happens, we are going to feel bad if India loses, isn't it? If India wins, what happens? Yeah, we will do the dance also. That is the whole point. We are selfish people. We own. India is my country. Pakistan people think that Pakistan is their country. Everybody believes their country. And then somebody says, Canada is mine. Greenland is mine. Those people are going to get very upset because of that. So this is the problem. Everybody is very possessive of their place, people, things, their body, everything that they own, including the land. So there are certain things which are advised. Advice is given in the Vedas. Okay, there are stringent laws. See what he's saying. Citing the stringent laws of the Almighty and the reactions upon living beings. The reaction is whether you like it or not, you are going to cry. Even if it doesn't belong to you. One tear will come from here, one tear will come from here. Otherwise, keep a glycerin bottle with you. At least to show those idiots, I am crying. Or you should be a great actor. You can't go over there and do a bhangla. Okay? Just because somebody is dead. Acha ho gaya, mar gaya. You can't do that. So think about it. You have to show sympathy towards them. Alright? My whole family was wondering, is this fellow nuts or what? I was laughing when my father and mother's death was, that ceremony was going on. Why? Because somebody had the guts to come and ask me this question. Why are you laughing? Why are you smiling? I said, good riddance to them, isn't it? They have gone to their father in heaven. Good for them. Let them go. They have got rid of me. Okay? The useless son they have got rid of. So let them go. So for them it was very painful to see that. I should not have done that. On the contrary, I should have shown some little tears. That is, as per the scriptures, as per Almighty God, I am supposed to show some tears. Some little bit of remorse, some little bit of pity, sympathy and all those things. What is to be done? It's all terrible thing that has happened to me. Have you seen those people who fake it? A lot of these people, what they will do is somebody is dead in the family, they will do all kinds of natak. Okay, and just now, let us say, you have gone to this house where somebody is dead. Okay, now that fellow is dead some 4 or 5 days back, and now you are going to that house, and that husband or somebody like that is dead. The wife is sitting over there. Now the moment she comes to know you are coming, she will go and sit in that chair. Okay, and then till that time she was having her meal very nicely and just thinking, tomorrow I will have some kheer or khichdi or something like that. She's always thinking like this. Good, I will go for a movie once alone in my life. Okay, she's thinking on those lines, and suddenly she comes to know that these people the idiots are coming to see me. Now she can't be laughing and smiling over there. All fantastic acting will start. The moment you come and, oh, I'm so sorry to see your husband died, Yeah, what to do? And then all stories will come out. All stories from the past will come out. Such a nice man. And here I am thinking, this is the villain who was responsible for that person's death, She was troubling him so much. But you can't say those words. You have to be very sympathetic towards it. This is the sympathy everybody shows. Now think about it, How now Pandavas must be thinking, all the Kauravas are dead. Good riddance to bad rubbish, good riddance to bad rubbish. They must be thinking like this. And the Kauravas must be thinking, good, their children were dead. Oh, these people, but they can't say those words. They have to be, yeah, what to do? I'm so sorry. So we are all faking it. So start understanding the truth. The truth is the body doesn't belong to you. And why are you taking ownership of all these relations, relatives, this one, that one, some father, some mother, some brother, some sister? Nobody is yours. Neither your husband nor your wife is yours. Okay? You see, tomorrow when you have a divorce, that person will take you to the court and rip you off. That is going to happen. Don't worry. It is a written law. Aram se. Half of your property plus whatever that is left also, discount also I will take, and then on top of it she will ask you, what else is free? Can you give me that also? Don't worry, this is how it works. So be very ready for it, okay? And don't be upset about it, because that is how the world is. So all this is a part of, but the moment you take ownership, I can't give up my son, I can't give up my daughter. What is this can't give up my son and daughter? The son and daughter are least interested in them. They are full time, even when somebody is dead also, they will be scrolling on their phones. You understand what I am saying? Nobody cares a damn about you. On the contrary, they will put up some pictures in this thing, this was my idiot father, he died. They will put up like this and look at him. All dirty jokes he used to make, dad jokes. Look at his belly button. Look at the way how he's sitting with the beer bottle. What? They will put up these kind of pictures. So don't go by all these things. They're all fake. So here Krishna is saying, for the sake of, people should not feel bad about the whole thing. And they should not consider you as some idiot, stand-up comedian. That is why you have to behave very nicely over there. You have to show how bad it is. You try doing something else, they will come and beat you. So you be very generous about it and talk very nicely about it. It shows little bit of sympathy. Nobody cares, by the way. So he says, the reaction upon living beings. The reaction of everybody is like that. Everybody reacts in a particular manner. Now the children are dead. The mother will all that natak she is going to do. But after 10 days, 20 days, 30 days, she will have one more child if she wants. She will be ready for another child. Why? I don't have anybody in this world anymore. What? Because of that you want to go and do something? What are you talking about? Or otherwise they will go for something else. I've seen people, I am so lonely, There is nobody in this world for me. My husband goes out, nobody is there. What I got to do? I will get one cat. How is a cat supposed to be equal to the husband? I don't know. Or a dog. What is dog equal to husband? A dog is equal to some companionship. A dog will have a dog as a husband, no? No. A cat and a cat. Why are you interfering in their life? Poor thing, that guy is alone with you. You understand what I'm saying? That poor thing, the cat, they would be romping away in glory somewhere, and you are pulling them one, and you're saying, I am saving this. What saving this from what? You are happily married, and you are saving that dog or that cat, and the cat could be married to somebody, isn't it? Why are you interfering there? No. It is very important. I don't understand this logic in the world. Okay? You put small birds, Tweety bird inside your cage and all that, and you feel so happy about it. Oh, Tweety bird is here. What, that Tweety bird doesn't want Tweety? Somebody else or what? So you are a villain in their life. Just because you want somebody with them. This is not the done thing. So this is all fake. So Krishna is not going to tell you all that, okay? And on the contrary, if you understand Krishna, he is going to say, Sri Krishna and the Munis began to pacify those who were shocked and affected. So Krishna always does pacification. He says, what is to be done? I agree with you. His talk is always going to be like that. He will mostly agree with you. You tell how bad your spouse is to you, he will definitely say, yeah, I agree with you, What to do? This world is like this only. Everybody is like that only. What is to be done? We all have to bear this stupidity, But anyway, who asked you to get married, idiot like you? Okay, that is also there, by the way, as a undercurrent. But what is to be done? So the problem is, now don't go and have more children or have children. See, you'll get into more trouble. Why? Because already you have one devil to contend with. You want one more or what? How many? You really want to live in hell. So you be ready for that if you are going to do that. I'm not endorsing anything. Otherwise, Guruji, you are endorsing like this. No endorsement over here. Krishna has to be very kind and compassionate, and he has to really talk like that, And what is to be done? So now let us see what happens. Next verse number 5. The clever Duryodhana and his party cunningly usurped the kingdom of Yudhishthir, who had no enemies. But the grace of the Lord, the recovery was executed, and the unscrupulous kings who joined with Duryodhana were killed by him. Others also died. Their duration of life has been decreased by their rough handling of the hair of Queen Draupadi. Here is the proof of the pudding. All this war happened because of the hair of Draupadi. You got the point? She should have cut them very short. On the contrary, she had long hair. So next time you please don't have long hair. Cut it very short. Otherwise you can get into trouble. So the hair of Draupadi came in the middle. For that an entire war and so many thousands and millions of people got killed. For what reason? See, our world is like this. All we take the stupidest of the things and we stick to it, and we make our life miserable and somebody else's life also miserable. And we can start a war also just because of the hair. I mean, just imagine how silly this whole thing looks like. Now, do you actually look at it? No, first, why the hair? Why not say that those guys were, doing something wrong? First and foremost, who asked you to gamble? Why is the gambling not important? See, logic will tell you gambling is not a done thing. And the other person is going to cheat. I also cheat in gambling. If gambling is not gambling, if I have to play, some game, even if it is this thing, I will just slide one coin away from there. That is my nature. What? Because I want to win, that's why. You also must be doing all that. Have you not done copying in your examination? Okay? Some people do. What to do? So we all do that. But we don't blame those fellows. What? Can you not imagine this? The scriptures are like this. They are telling you that because of this woman, this happened. First and foremost, who asked you to marry in the first place? You are the idiot who went and married, and that too, one woman, five men. That is not a done thing. And on top of it now, just because her hair got pulled, you are into trouble. You had to fight one big war. And all the gods were disturbed. Can you imagine that? Krishna had to come over there to fight also. He didn't fight actually. He just started looking over there. And on top of it, Shiva also had to be disturbed because the weapons had to be got from him now. See, this is the whole problem. The clever Duryodhana and his party cunningly usurped the kingdom of Yudhishthir. Aren't you cunning when you are playing this kind of Ludo or snakes and ladders and games like that? Are you not? I am so very cunning in that. I am worse than Duryodhana. Why? Because I want to win. No snake to eat me up. You understand? Have you seen that game of snakes and ladders? We don't like the snakes. So when we put 6, and you can see, that snake is going to eat you up, you will immediately say, no, I got 5 or I got 7. Don't we say that? Anyway, it's always the dice is always loaded. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas only. Like that. So this is the funny part about life. Duryodhana did what was in his nature. His nature was, he had got some great people with him, isn't it? All his mamas and everybody, I don't know. They are all cunning people. See, you will get cunning people when you are cunning yourself. If you are some saint, then you are not going to get any cunning people, because a cunning person saying something to you won't even understand. You say, what are you talking about? I will not cheat. The straightforward person will say, I will not cheat. But the cunning person will say, Yeah, show me some better ways of cheating. Isn't that how people do? So yeah, so he's got the kingdom. By the grace of the Lord, the recovery was executed. Now, recovery by whom? Okay, all the Pandavas, they recovered the kingdom because of Sri Krishna. Otherwise, no recovery. His recovery agent is Mr. Krishna over here. Alright, so he recovered the kingdom and the unscrupulous king who joined with Duryodhana. This is a part of life. Please understand this. In your life also, you are going to come across all the Mahabharats. It is destined. Don't keep on thinking it should not happen to me, it should not happen to me, it should not happen. No, it is going to happen. All Mahabharata, everybody has to go through it. Okay? There are going to be Pandavas on one side, there are going to be Kauravas on the other side also. All in your mind. Nobody says it is outside of you. Okay, all in your own mind. On one side you are having Kauravas and on one side you have Pandavas, and both are fighting with each other. For what reason? God knows. Some of them will die. Then you will have to cry. Okay? After that, everything is fine. So, those unscrupulous kings, this is basically a wrap-up of the story. You understand what a wrap-up is? No, wrap-up means, okay, this thing is over. Come on, let us go ahead. I don't want to hear this. Okay? If Rushil's son is there, can you tell me what happened? No, not just now. Later on, I will tell you. Imagine, wow, you tell me about the Mahabharata war. No Mahabharata war just now. It is too long a story. Just now, let us cut it short and then let us see. So we move to the next verse. Lord Sri Krishna caused 3 well-performed Ashwamedh Yajna to be conducted by Maharaj Yudhishthir, and thus caused the virtuous fame to be glorified in all directions, like that of Indra who had performed 100 such sacrifices. Ashwamedh Yajna. It's like they send a white horse. I don't know why it is a white horse. So they send a white horse, and the white horse is supposed to go ahead and people are supposed to follow behind, and nobody is supposed to challenge him. If somebody challenges the horse, somebody catches the horse, that person has to fight the king. So, in 3 directions. What are the 3 directions that he went? He went to the east, he went to the west, and he went to the south. Okay, north was already his. Okay, you know that, no? North Kashmir and everything was his. So he had to send to the east. East where? On this side, towards Calcutta side. Okay, that time there was no Calcutta. So he went on the east and then he went on the west. Bola, Gujarat, Rajasthan, Pakistan, all. And then he went to the south. Okay, south, all Rajinikanth and everybody was there. Alright, so think like that. He is sending 3 Ashwamedh Yajnas in 3 directions. And then what happens? Nobody challenged him, because who is going to challenge? Just now only he has won the big war. Such a big war he has won. Already Krishna is there. He has shown all his miracles. Now does anybody have a choice or what? See, you also, if you own one small kingdom, no, you are anyway not going to, who is going to fight this person? I am not going to fight, okay? And on the contrary, you will try to make friends with him. Very nice. Can I come for your inauguration ceremony? Okay, give me a front seat over there, okay? I want some gifts from you. You are going to become like that. Okay? And you will definitely try to, put butter on him. On the contrary, nobody wants to have a big enemy like that. So everybody was very happy. Krishna conducted this because he has to get the kingdom now together. See, earlier, at least now, if Russia or Canada wants Alaska back, they will have to pay billions of dollars. Correct or wrong? Right, no? But if America wins the war, then what happens? Who is going to pay the money? Nobody is going to pay the money. On the contrary, this is also mine. They can take it just like that. Nobody will object to a big enemy, no? Isn't it? Nobody wants to. So in the same way, these Ashwamedh Yajnas are nothing but taking over the land. Now, all this spiritual aspect of it we will try to understand. Okay, I just wait for some time to go so that you can get one small glimpse of it. So I can keep my story continuing like that till the next one. People get so upset, no, when I keep the story halfway through. So here, he has to send these people in all directions. Imagine, here is a human being called, Yudhishthir. performing the Ashwamedh Yajna in 3 directions. And there is Indra there. He has to do 100 Ashwamedh Yajnas. How that guy must be scared, you can imagine. And now he knows all Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, everybody is on my side. Aja, koi bhi, come on, let's see who is going to come and fight with me. He talks like this. So be very careful. Okay, nobody can challenge Indradev. So he conducts 100. There are 100 directions. That doesn't mean that it is in this dimension, no? Now you know, na? There are 11 dimensions. So he must be in the 11th dimension somewhere. Bola, chalo, aa jao. Anybody over here who wants to fight with me? Nobody wants to fight with him. Everybody on the contrary would like to go to the Indradev's heaven, because it's all full of all nonsensical stuff over there. All dancing, singing, this, that. Is it not mentioned in the scriptures? Indradev's heaven is full of all those beautiful women, wine, everybody is enjoying and that kind of a thing. It doesn't look like Indra's heaven. I can think of somebody else's heaven like that. Lord Krishna then prepared for his departure. He invited the son of Pandus of having worshipped by the Brahmanas headed by Vyasdev. The Lord also reciprocated greetings. Now this is something which happens now. Everything is over, finished. Return gifts. Have you given me return gifts or no? Yes, I have given you the return gifts. Now please go, get lost. All cake you have eaten, everything. We do this kind of thing also, no? Sometime you have to go back to your place, right? So yeah, Krishna is now saying to them, now I am going back to my country, because now I have to think about my 16,108 wives. Okay, I just because of your one wife there were so many wars. Now I have to go. 16,108 wives and their wars. I have to go and contend. So please, can you let me go now? So he is willing to go back to his country where he came from. That is Dwarka. Now, the big story is happening in Dwarka. We are going to learn that story also. Don't worry. Dwarka was Dhamal. All big story is going to happen over there. Dwarka is going to go under, but not so fast. Okay. Our story takes a long time. We are only in Canto 1. And that also may be because of some person. Okay. I can't say that just now. So Sri Krishna is going back and everybody over there has to come. All these guys are faking it, Oh, Krishna, you are going away. Oh. Saying, if he stays over here, he will take over our kingdom also. So let him go away. So Yudhishthir is sitting over there. All his brothers are there. Wives, yes. Add S also to that. Too many wives over there. Too many husbands. All sitting and just saying, okay. Brahmanas have to be worshipped. Why Brahmanas have to be worshipped? Just now only I told you, return gifts have to be given. You can't just call a Brahmana home. Okay? Even if it is a war in your home, no, you just can't call a Brahmana. Brahmana, please come home. Brahmana means Sri Krishna is the biggest Brahman. Okay? He's the knower of Brahma. You can't call him and say, Krishna ji, please come to my house. And you can't send him just like that. Why? Because some good gifts, Rolex watches, this, that. Have you seen yesterday there was a very funny incident in Instagram. Somebody was wearing a very fancy 3 crore watch. 3 crore watch. I was just wondering, what is the 3 crore watch got to do? So somebody said, no, that was given to somebody, to our Guruji by somebody. Okay, very good. So it's like that. People give. I don't know why. How many Rolls Royce did Osho have? Too many, isn't it? Some 95, 96, 97. After that, he lost count of it. So, too many Rolls Royce. What is he going to do? One Rolls Royce is enough to travel from here to there. 100, not good. So, yeah, he's a Brahmana. We have to give him gifts. So, they all give him gifts. So that, and then reciprocated the greetings. Hum ja rahe hai. We are all going just now. So we have come to the end of this verse and hum bhi ja rahe hai abhi. Now I will see you all tomorrow, because tomorrow when another story is going to start. Alright, so I will stop over here because Uttara story is still Uttara. Okay, her story is still balanced, and we will stop over here. Then I will tell you the secret.